Today's September 12th, 2017. It's the Investitude podcast. John, I missed you yesterday. You were out with your, I guess, some people that did some charity, and you took them around the NASDAQ.
Had such a good time. Oh, my gosh, Andrew. Long story short, these guys bought for $60,000 an afternoon with me and Pete. I gave them a tour of the New York Stock Exchange, took them around to all the little hidden jewels down here at the NYSE, where I am right now, in fact. Then we took them up to the NASDAQ market site, 43rd and Broadway, brought them into the studio. They watched the Fast Money being shot. We took pictures with them and the crew, and then we took them out to dinner.
Nice.
And obviously, they didn't do it and didn't pay $60,000 because Pete and John are worth $60,000. They did it because they're generous guys, and they were giving money to Lyme Research to help find
that
a
was
cure
part
for
of that
Lyme
thing
disease.
that Alec Baldwin, right? Back in.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, yeah. So they spent $65,000, and they got to hang out with you. What kind of dinner did you guys have?
We had a killer dinner. We had shrimp. We had oysters. We had, multiple bottles of Cabernet and Chateau Neuf de Pape.
Ooh.
Whole bunch of steaks. It was a bacchanalia, as they say, Andrew.
And they had
at the Hunt and Fish.
Oh, really? Over at Scaramucci's Club?
Through my buddy Scaramucci a bone. We had it over at the Hunt and Fish.
Have you been?
And
have you been watching his tweets?
No.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him, but I hear he's in Italy.
Yeah, he's keeps posting all these pictures of the Coliseum and Bocelli singing. So anyway, so you went out. Did he ask you a lot of these guys ask you a lot of questions? What was the main question?
Oh, they were super. They, as that generous donation might imply, they were very smart business people. One of them, by the way, made several $100 million in Bitcoin so far.
Really?
And he says it's far from over. So, oh my gosh, it was so nice. I mean, he told me more about Bitcoin in the couple hours at dinner than most people know about Bitcoin in their life. I mean, he was just killing it. And very smart guy, former partner at Goldman. And just gets it. And I'll explain it to you and to a bunch of folks soon on one of these podcasts.
Or, better yet, out at the Traders Expo out in Vegas.
Or out at the Traders Expo. Why not?
Yep. If you're out in Vegas on, the 6th of October in Vegas?
Yep.
We'll put a link to it. You can come visit.
Traders for a Cause. It's another charity event. But there'll be a whole bunch of traders, including a bunch of folks that are active on Twitter like me, like Citron Research's Andrew Left, like Sang Lucy, the guy who works with Wall Street Jesus, or Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Wall Street Jesus. But yeah, there'll be Quote the Raven, a bunch of great folks. So it should be a fabulous event, and the money all goes to charity. Not a penny goes to John. In fact, various folks like us, when we're out there, whatever we sell, we're going to give a percentage of anybody who decides, I'm going to become a subscriber to Investitude's, blog, where I get to see all these trades that John and Andrew talk about before John and Andrew talk about them. Well, we're going to give, I think, 25% of any subscriptions as well to the to the charities. So should be a great event, and love working with these great charities that really have their heart in the right spot.
All right. Speaking of events, I'm online. I'm watching iJustine, who's been tagging along with Apple for the last 10 years at least. She's the one that did the remember the text. She got a bill. And the bill had every one of her texts or something, and it was like a 95-page bill. And that's what really kind of blew her up on YouTube. But anyway, she's still at it, and she's out at the Apple event in the new Steve Jobs arena or theater out there. So she's all geeking out. So I was watching her video online. And it's the big story today out at Apple. Any thoughts, any 2 cents on that?
I think it's going to be a great phone. I don't think it's going to impact the stock for 4 to 6 weeks. So I have said, and I'm on record, you could pull it up. I might be wrong because obviously it's not over yet. But I said that I thought that the introduction would be a yawner. And then people will start getting their hands on the thing, and they'll start saying what's really cool about it and how much pent-up demand there is and things like that. So I overwrote with calls like crazy late yesterday and into today. And so effectively I am locked in and will not benefit from the upside for the short term. But then I'll be back in and be long stock again. At least that's my plan. And I'm confident in my outlook, but I think you always have to be prudent in how much risk you're willing to take. And I thought it was a good time to take profits yesterday and today, and I've said so for the last week on television.
Do you think that, and as I was thinking out loud this morning, if they came out with, somebody leaked the agenda for today, and they said it was pretty legit, and I think you even tweeted about that. Do you think...
Yeah, well, it's supposedly a Big Apple insider, right?
Yeah. Let's just say this, and this is just off the top of my head. What if somebody said, all right, fine, we got a leaker. Let's change something. Let's add something.
Can't. Not at this point. Too late.
Nah. So they can't
Too late.
They can't pull Steve Jobs hologram and one more thing. One more thing.
Well, they can do that, but who cares? I mean, I love Steve Jobs,
could they say, "Oh, let's tell them"? I don't know. Do you think is somebody like, "Hey, this wasn't in the paper. This wasn't in the leak." I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, well, it's never wrong to think outside the box, but no, I don't think so.
Okay. So we're on record for that. Okay, and yesterday you were on TV, and we saw this. We were talking about snap calls on Friday. Yesterday, stocks moving today. I got out a full point ago, but that's okay. I still made money. Where we think this thing's going? Twitter and Snap.
Yeah, well, the options that Pete talked about yesterday on the show tripled on the Fast Money show. And we took profits then, and we're taking profits again today. Also, Twitter, which was my final trade yesterday on Fast, and I'd been in it for a while. Got another nice pop. It's up another 3% today. Hitting 1825. It's 1820. On that one, it's certainly working out well. I'm not over at the Delivering Alpha conference today, Andrew. I'm down here at the New York Stock Exchange working here, but loving the energy around Delivering Alpha, the big CNBC conference out there.
Where is it? It's not in New York, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's at a hotel here in New York. You had to buy a ticket a little bit ago for it, but Delivering Alpha is a great event that goes on each year since CNBC has founded it, and it is well attended yet again. I'm watching the judge and Pete right now, in fact, as they're live on the show. You and I are taping this at 12:47 Eastern time right now.
I can see him. Interesting.
Yep.
Well, we deliver alpha every day on this podcast.
Every day.
Yeah, we don't have to wait till September 12th to deliver alpha. We just listen and subscribe to our podcast, and you'll be.
By the way, another one we talked about yesterday, Andrew, ORCL. That one had that nice pop yesterday. Continued a little bit today. They've got some earnings coming out. They were buying December calls, December 55s, you might recall. Yesterday was what we were talking about as far as unusual activity there. And let me see, as far as fresh meat today,
Fresh
We always
meat.
like putting out some fresh meat. TD Ameritrade, AMTD. They're buying the October 44 calls, way more than the open interest. 4,100 of them trade for $1.50 all the way up to $1.60, with the stock at 44.29. And there's some put selling in EA, Electronic Arts.
Oh,
EA.
really?
They're selling the 110 puts for 85
that's
cents.
bullish then.
Yeah.
Let's keep an eye on that one. Interesting when that name pops up. All right, man. I'll let you go.
All right. Thank you, Andrew. Remember, folks, you can subscribe, Google Play, iTunes, YouTube. You can also leave comments, and we appreciate that. If we get a chance, we'll answer some of your questions and or fire back on some of your comments. So make sure you take advantage of that. Get on the show. Thank you.